Everyone okay?
Yeah,
I'm alive.
We're good.
What's going on?
We're dead in the water. We got 40% power.
Happened.
We made it. It's a war zone.
Hit something?
Oh, something hit us. I gotta figure out how to get more power.
A piece of paper is the only thing I can call it. A loose leaf something flutters across the window, and it slats in space directly against it. You can see in big letters, it says sanctuary. We are here for you, as the messenger is here for us all. Come to Coriolis, find your new family, become a child of the song, find true love and community.
We interrupt our scheduled broadcast with breaking news. After a series of threats, the Order has finally acted. According to our reports, Emma Halat, Ministry cruiser, arrived in Kua about an hour ago with her weapons hot. The Legion's fleet, protecting the leaders of the horizon from lunatic attacks like this, neutralized the threat, thanks to a swift and decisive action from Captain Darvin. The Council is in emergency negotiations over retaliations and eventual second strikes. False rumors and opportunistic propaganda spreads from Rim Ward Breach to the Corsair Queen, known as the Red Spider, risk escalating the conflict further. Until we know more, the Colonial Agency advises all free traders and dignitaries to refrain from visiting Zalos and to avoid contact with the Order without military escort.
A ship nearby has pinged us for communication. Should I patch them through?
What ship is it?
It seems to be labeled the Corsair.
All right. I'll listen.
This is the Corsair coming through for the Defiant.
You know, every once in a while, I'm really happy to hear your voice.
When?
How's
Is
it
that
going?
now? Because it looks like you're a bit dead in the water.
Yeah, now's one of them.
Are you headed, planet side?
Moonside, but yes.
I'll give you a tow down to the moon.
Thanks
Well.
for the tow.
Oh,
Appreciate that.
of course. It's the least I could do, considering the fact you're stranded in the middle of a war zone. It will be Lamara stops Malik as he walks away. Hey!
What?
She's a clone.
Why do you think that?
Right there. Do you see it? Right there. On the back of her neck. Do you see it? And on the back of her neck is a scar. That's where you pull up her travel records as you pass by her vessel. The last time you saw this ship, you were in Hamura in season 1. The system starts to run, and it begins boop boop. And it expands. And expands. And each time it does, it takes over more and more of the city. And eventually, it stops. And it pings a location as the temple comes into view.
Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here from the episode of Void, where nothing could possibly go wrong because we're just on a routine mission to pick up a thing and get the hell out of here. That being said, if you like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is over on our Patreon for all kinds of behind-the-scenes exclusives, including our after show, which you can get shortly after this show's over. Link for that down below. While you're down there, join us over on the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation, and as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, there There is the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, Dot gets to do what the hell she wants to us, which is she just wants to bless us and give us nice things and presents, please. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful, amazing faces that you see here before you. But with that being said, and without further ado, I turn things over to Dot to take us into space. Space.
No.
Okay.
No, of course. We're back tonight, everybody. Some things went down last week. If you watched previously on, some truths came to light that have been brewing since season 1, and our crew has found themselves on a moon that actually is in the forbidden system, the one they're not supposed to be in, the one the radio broadcast was like, please don't go here. Yeah, okay, they're there. It's known as Zalos. It is a hostile system, not because the environment is inhospitable, but because this is the kind of locked system of the Order of the Pariah. And based on all of the recent events that have happened, we'll say, in Zalos. Wait, does that mean was that a corruption bar? Mike, why is your face
No,
weird?
I'm laughing because, like, the whole system is at perpetual civil war. So, by definition, the environment is very hostile. It's very,
I guess it's true.
It's
Not the physical environment, but the the political environment. Yeah,
it's very hostile.
But yes, it is extremely hostile, and it's only gotten more hostile over the last little bit because, there was some miscommunication. The Order was trying to move to grab the refugees off of Coriolis and Kua, and it didn't all quite go as planned. They were trying to remove them and bring them back to Zalos. They sent a beacon ahead to ask for these refugees to receive passage through without harm, and unfortunately the probe did not make it. The message never did, and so upon the arrival with all of the refugees, the rest of the Consortium and the war vessels in space saw this as a threat, an attack of war, when these large ships showed up and attacked the Order of the Pariah. Now, our crew is in the know of what actually happened, but everybody else, including the media, is spreading the rumor that basically the Order of the Pariah is working against the Consortium, and things are at unrest across the Third Horizon in total. But our crew has found their way to a small moon. They had to, in fact. They got a tow from our dear Samina, the clone of all clones. Teehee. And on this moon is one of the biggest, largest, and most important temples of the Order. But when they arrived here, all they found were refugees leaving. The military isn't even here anymore, and the city where this temple was is now burning. Thanks to their contacts, they were able to find a small bunker, gain some information, and the probe was found inside of the temple itself on the other end of this burning city. And we'll pick up in the question, were we all headed there, or did we want a moment?
Good question.
Captain?
Yeah, I was like, Captain?
Just checking, did we already Tamir used his mystic ability to determine where it was, correct?
No, Malik actually ran through the computer down here and used basically tech to ping it through like a sonar type system. Even though it's not sound. But anyways, yeah, pinged it, and that's how it was noted. It was inside of this temple, though the exact location is kind of unknown. It's not quite that specific, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Malik.
Yes.
Is there any sign of someone leaving from that part of the temple?
Don, are there cameras around here? Because I pinged the probe. I was essentially doing like.
Did you get a critical success on that run?
I did not. I got a regular success. I got a critical success on
You got it on something.
I got a critical success on hacking the
On
Corsair.
her computer.
Yeah.
On the Corsair.
Yeah.
You can roll if you would like to try to see if you can hack into what security they would have had nearby.
Cool. Okay. We're not on the ship, so I don't get any bonuses from the ship. Let me see here. Data gen. There we go. We'll start the game with a crit.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Yes, in
casual
fact.
critical aside. Pow.
Well, it's a good thing. This crew here, right? This little underground bunker, they've left you to yourselves. Samina's already outside. You asked for that. You have your little probe underneath it, or your little like camera, making sure that nobody's listening. And it seems you are in fact alone. As you tap into the security system, a couple things are made known to you very, very quickly. Most of the power to the city is out where there was power. It is burning, but inside of the temple seems to be on backup power, some kind of large generator type system, which is not unheard of for a building of this level of high tech. But as you skim through the feed, it's empty. There's nobody in the hallways, nobody in the temples. The hallways stand in a bit of a disarray. You can tell people tried to leave in a hurry. If you scroll through massive tables where diplomats may have met or conversed about things, are left exactly as they were. Paperwork still in place, data pads maybe on the floor, chairs pushed back. Everybody left. This is empty. And there's bodies. There's bodies all over the place.
I assume it's the future. What kind of camera situation we got here? Is it 4K, 8K digital? These bodies, are they riddled with bullets, stab wounds? What's going on here?
Oh, interesting. You're okay. I'm gonna say this is not like high definition. You're not gonna be able to like zoom in and make pixels.
Sure.
This is not fake sci-fi in that
Enhance.
regard. I would say that the camera, you get the stats on the tech, which is actually really high technology. His setup is not. So it has to do with the monitor you're running it through. His monitor is like old school. It's like what's in, the Defiant. It's a little dated. It's definitely not 4K. Like little bulbous type screen. He's had to replug into the back of it. So this is very like Radio Shack versus Apple. Yeah, okay. This is Radio Shack versus Apple. So it's hard for you to tell. It is clear there is some blood splatter like on the walls. Though you're not exactly sure what caused it from this angle, from this place.
Cool. Yeah, he looks back and says, it's clear. It looks like an evacuation. No, that's not quite right. It looks like they were chased out. And he'll go to like one of the screens that shows blood spatter. It's like if it was just a casualty, and he like points to the corpse there, that got like trampled in an evacuation, there likely wouldn't be blood spatter
on the camera,
on the wall, or the camera. So I don't think that person got trampled. At least not while they were alive.
Stake in the game. Who would be looking for this probe? Who would know it exists?
The person who's trying to hide it.
Who wants this war to continue?
Yeah. So they're probably either going to be trying to keep people away from the evidence or get people away before they destroy it. Which means we probably don't have very long to get to it before it does get destroyed.
If it's still there.
Well, I mean,
you
would have
pinged
seen
it
them
here.
Yeah. And we would have assumed we've seen someone leaving or entering with it. If they had.
We have no idea how big the probe is. And also, I illegally change our location all the time. It's really not that hard if you're enough skilled with the keyboard. So it could be a false trace. I'm just saying, expect the worst.
So we go get it. Can you get a map of this place? We can try to figure out which way to go through to get to it quickly.
Yeah, he runs his hands across a couple of keys and a space matrix printer prints out a paper copy of the map.
All right. Now, last time we infiltrated someplace, the entrance and exit weren't necessarily the same way, were they? I don't think they were. Who knows what could happen? So let's try to at least take a look at a couple different ways to get to whatever room we're looking for.
It's a good call. Yeah, here. And he slides the map over.
So, how do we want to approach it? Back entrance or front entrance?
At this point, I don't think it really matters. Nobody's supposed to be in here. Everybody's already evacuated, right?
As far as I can
We don't
see,
know that for sure.
the cameras only have a certain visibility.
How easy is it to leave right now? If we wanted to get off this surface.
Probably not very, seeing as how we don't have enough power to actually get off the surface on our own.
Well, no, not us. Someone who was looking for the probe or taking like they could still be here.
Yeah, it also depends on who it is. But I say if you pinged the probe here, we have to go to the side of the ping. That's first, I guess. We don't have any other leads on where it could be, so that's where we need to go.
Would we be able to hone in further if we get closer to the probe or the location that we saw?
Malik, you and I would, both of the brothers would know that's a possibility. You would need to find the right things more on site, maybe to do that, or build something.
You mean hone into the probe?
Yes. The closer we get to it. Perhaps better way to triangulate the coordinates.
I mean, yes. I guess it depends. The signal it's emitting is strong enough to pick up on this, and he like taps this junky ass computer. So maybe. Nothing about this is unique to tracking this probe. I could probably run some software on my tabula. I guess it depends on how long the signal stays up, how close we're getting. It's not going to pull up a wireframe map and say, here's this, here's you, and draw a path for us. It might give us a radius of like you're 25 feet away.
You just see a look of like disappointment in Alia, because like, but that's how they all show in the vids.
Yeah. That's how the movies do it.
Yeah. She doesn't know.
Well, we have other ways to find things, I think. And Tal is eyeing Tamir. It's mechanical.
Hold up, I think I know.
I don't understand. I agree with Malik. My abilities would only be able to get us within a couple feet, maybe. I don't know if it would be significant enough.
You knew exactly where that helmet was. Within a few feet.
The helmet was an artifact.
Hold up. Don't we still have Saul's drone? That we can send
Yes.
and do
That's
a
back
recon?
at the ship.
I mean,
Fair.
either way, the drone's not going to know where it is. We just have to pilot the drone in there, and then we'll go in after the drone.
I mean, it could
Yeah.
be a good way to recon.
I don't know if we have time. Like, there is only so much power available here in this city. It is currently burning. We do not have enough time to spend carefully mapping out and recon and all that. We don't have that kind of time. We need to just go and hope that we beat whoever's trying to destroy it, take it.
All right. Well, let's go.
First off, from above you, you hear a ship pass. It sounds like it's headed for the temple. A small vessel, fast. Malik, you rolled a critical success on hacking into security, so I imagine you have all the feeds up, but they're like looping.
Yeah.
Right on the monitor.
I mean, actually, Dot, with a crit, can I forward them to my tablet?
Sure. Yeah, you can pull the whole thing up. You're holding it, and it's kind of skimming through the security feed. And as the ship passes over, it passes through the flight bay, the ship bay, which is high up in this temple, very, very high. A vessel pulls in and lands. Off of it walks a few figures, all dressed in black, of course. And they begin heading in. You can see that there actually are a few, as the camera was scrolling, of these men in black, I guess you guys are these, I should say these people in black, like strewn about, but they're not very frequent. You might see 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them. The rest of them seem to be civilians, Order of the Pariah, or Consortium soldiers. But they get out and they seem to be headed for something.
Things just got more complicated.
Yeah, we need to move faster.
Yeah. I just want to point this out real quick before we start running in there, guns a-blazing. We have no way to get off the planet. Well, moon. So even if we get in there, successfully get out, get it back here, that's not going to fly. Literally.
I could stay back. Fix the ship. Will you retrieve?
I'm just putting it out there, Captain.
Lamar kind of perks up for the first time in the corner. What if we just followed them?
That could work.
They'll lead us right to it, right?
Yeah. And they've left a ship just ready to go and get off this planet, complete with codes.
And you, if nothing else, you could pull their parts. Lamar goes, what if we went up?
Like
up? What do you mean?
Well, we have a crawler on the ship.
we climb the side of the tower?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a terrible idea.
I like it.
I guess we've had dumber plans.
Lamar goes, it's just a thought. I mean, we haven't even turned it on yet.
Yeah, I've been itching to drive it. And frankly, the city's being destroyed anyways.
Well, perhaps time to scratch that itch.
Oh yeah, Lamar kind of like geeks in excitement because we haven't done this in a while. And I imagine we see all of you gather your things very quickly. You grab what tech you need. There's some weapons, some ammo, anything that you might be missing. They would have kind of the bare minimum of to support you. You're greeted once again by the gentleman who offered you the bunker and Samina, who stands outside. She's like leaning just so on the edge of a crumbling building. And she simply says, do you want any help?
No,
Hmm.
thank you.
Perhaps not this time, sister.
All right, then. She kind of looks at him and he looks at her like, and I imagine we get that. Oh, yes, Eris.
Actually,
I was hoping to maybe got that out fast.
Ah, of course, the
I
captain.
know my crew doesn't trust you, and I don't either, but you are really, really good with a weapon, and we might be running into trouble.
I love trouble.
Yes, I know you do. So, you want to come along?
All you had to do was ask. And she kind of like, you hear her like pull her jacket back, check her weapons. And I imagine there's a little bit of a montage as the five of you, along with Samina, run back to the ship. When you get there, you can see the majority of the refugees of the city, at least what's left, are being loaded, finishing the loading process onto these vessels. Yeah, I imagine we hear the cargo doors swing open. Who's driving the crawler? Okay. Tao barrels forward in this crawler. Now you have to understand this crawler is kind of like a tank. Okay. Yeah, it's like, right? It's like if you took a Jeep and a tank and you kind of merged them. It's got a hard exterior, but the inside is almost entirely hollow. You're all strapped to the walls because that's where the seatbelts are. You're kind of riding along. There are weapons on it. It has a backdrop, like a door that drops out the back, but there's also like a top circular port hole as well. The only window in this thing, other than the small med station, there's like a med tube, I guess is what you can call it, racks where weapons would or might go, and the driver's seat. And Tao, you're looking out this kind of very slim window with dark glass on it. And as this thing rolls through, it barrels over almost anything in its path. Crates, old buildings, burning wood. You can even pass through like fiery areas where you may not have been able to do it on foot, making this significantly easier. And this thing crawls forward at a rapid pace. As you draw closer to the temple, you see it kind of rise over the skyline of this city. The lower areas are burning, and you can see a few of the windows or like pieces of glass of this very high-tech building have been knocked out, and they're smoking some too, but it doesn't look like the building is burning necessarily. It doesn't look like it's massively on fire, but it does seem empty. Where guard stands out front would have been, where post would have been, where yeah, all of that is gone. Bodies on the ground, some of them charred, some of them have bullet wounds, some of them have knife wounds. But as you pull up to the base of this, there's a large set of stairs and a very kind of flat, like 20-foot piece of marble that leads into this building. And we can hear the crawler like crunch up the stairs as it comes to a stop right at the front.
Well, this is fun. How's everybody doing?
You just see Alia like gripping the seat, just like. Mm-hmm.
This is fine. What? So are we just driving this through the temple?
You could. You're assured, Tal, that you could drive this straight through the front door, but it's not called a crawler for any reason. You know there is a large grappling hook on the front and the back of this. It's how you would pull it out of water. It's how you might hitch and cable another thing to pull it out of something. I'm going to have you make a piloting check. Unless somebody else wants to grapple gun the building. But there will be 2 checks here. It's going to be a piloting check to drive it up the building, but somebody has to make the tech roll to, like, grapple.
I can do the tech roll.
Okay.
Helps.
There's kind of like, I wouldn't call it a seat. It's like one of those things that you pull down at the eye doctor's office. You know what I'm talking about? Like the piece that comes in front of your face, and in it, it's like a green screen, and it like boop, 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 and it like lines up.
Like a periscope.
Sure.
Periscope.
Yeah, like a periscope. And I imagine for whatever reason, the computer system looks exactly like when Luke is trying to nail the Death Star. And the like squares get narrow, more and more narrow. I'm going to have you make the tech roll, and then Tal is going to make the piloting check. Remember, you'll only get bonuses tied to the crawler, not to the vessel.
Oh, that's a 1.
Okay, that's a success. You've never shot a massive one before, but a one is enough. What about our piloting check?
Sorry, I was double checking if there were any bonuses with the crawler, which there are none, I believe.
I don't think so. I think this is just
it's
like
just
driving
me.
a tank.
Oh gosh.
It's all talent at this point.
Failure. I'm going to give you a dotness point.
Yes, dot me. Okay,
Oh,
so that
gosh.
gives me 3. I'll start fresh on my list here.
No, a failure. I was meant to fail this roll.
Okay. All right. So here's what's going to happen. The good news is the failure here is not the grappling hook, which is way scarier than the piloting check. The grapple hook goes off. Oh, yes, Mike, I see you.
Can I roll for bullshit? I have a thing for this. I actually have a remote control module that lets me control vehicles from my tabula. Can I roll datagen to try to take
Eris
control
can take
from
an
Tal?
extra die on both of those rolls for your help.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's like a help check. So roll
I'll do
1d6 and we'll add it to the first set of rolls, and then hey, that's all you needed. Hot damn.
There we go.
So
You see this
Yeah.
building.
I imagine there's like a scene of like Tal like trying to it, and you just see Malik swiping on his data pad, like pretending like it's nothing, and it looks like a video game where he's like driving the crawler.
Basically, the building is not is made of steel and glass and things that don't really do great under the weight of a crawler. This is going to be a very bumpy ride. Malik, you're able to kind of go in and alter the hydraulic system to put less pressure on the exterior of the building, making it more like a sled and less like a tank being dragged up the side of a building, so that it makes it much easier on Tal to keep it kind of fresh and straight as you try to hide the fact you're doing this back there as you play your video game. Perfect. Well done. Well done. You see it. This grappling hook, massive grappling hook, shoots out the front. It goes stories into the air. The cable unwrapping behind it. You can hear it out of the front as it uncoiled. And then it hits something successfully. It loops onto the open bay, cutting through the steel, opening up and locking tight. You get the like green check of go, Tamir, as you look through. The cable pulls tight, and you get the notification, Tal, that you can begin the ascent up the building when at your go. You press a few buttons, the usual tech, sci-fi stuff, and the crawler begins that like, and it starts pulling it upwards. To all of maybe your amazement, it works. It takes you about 3 minutes to get to the top as it slowly cables you upwards, dragging you in, and the crawler like comes up and crests over the top, landing many stories in there. I'd say about 15 or so on this open bay where this vessel is now parked. The rest of the bay is empty. There are bodies strewn about. And you can see the like gangway to this other vessel stands open as if, and it's still running, which means 1, there's somebody probably on board, and 2, they're looking for fast escape. As the crawler comes to a resounding halt inside of this.
as it does, I see the ship still on and I say, hey, look, they left someone with the keys for us.
No. Well, how nice of them.
Yes.
Sabina goes, I think I'm going to be sick. As she like tries to like gather herself coming through, and she's like, I'll take care of the one left behind. Go, or you're not gonna have enough time.
All right. That was fun. Everybody, let's go. Keep your eyes out for anyone that's been left behind. I'm going to turn on my eye, grab the pistol from its holster, just waiting to run into somebody, essentially.
Yeah. I imagine all weapons, if you own them, are drawn at this point as you head out. Maybe Malik has the data pad out. She takes out of the crawler first as the airlock opens, and she begins running at a rather rapid pace, making zero noise open for the door. And she gives you that gesture one more time before she enters, like, go, go. Everybody goes.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all, Malik.
Yeah.
Why are you not the one that is going inside?
I mean, nobody's saying you can't.
She was very quick to volunteer, but what?
Yeah.
Let's just assume the worst is going to happen.
Just for my own edification, she said, "I'll take care of the one guy left in the ship."
Yeah, she said she'd take care of him for you, basically.
If she tries to leave before us, Malik points his pistol at her. I'm sorry, Captain, but no, you go in the temple.
She's like standing at the door of this other ship. She's like, what?
There's one person in that ship. Any one of us can take out one person. There's a bunch of people in the temple, and I don't trust you as far as I can throw your dainty ass. So get inside the temple.
She goes, you don't know that there's only one
I don't care.
Okay.
She
saunters back over much slower. She saunters back over much slower. She goes, fine. I'll go in the temple. Good luck, Malik.
He, releases the hammer on whatever this Vulcan pistol is. He was
She doesn't
absolutely
seem
ready to
at all concerned by your weapon, because she believes she could have taken it from you. But she says, well, go.
Captain,
Is
do we want
she
to take
coming
care of
with
that
us
right now, or do we want to do that when we come out?
Yeah, I was going to let her do that.
Kill the one person. The assassin is going to kill the one person?
No, there's one person.
That's true.
You don't know that. Listen, yes, that's why we brought her.
The last time we turned our back on her...
Okay, you go kill them.
Fine.
But Malik?
Yes.
I don't think you can kill them.
Why can't I kill them?
I mean, it's not that you wouldn't. But if there's more than one of them...
Samir reaches into his
There's
pouch.
a dozen of
and,
them inside.
Hands Malik a little chunk of metal.
He takes it. What is this chunk of metal?
A bomb.
From 3 seasons ago? You've just been holding on to it, you psycho?
Wait, is this the one that was rolling around in the ship?
No, that's a grenade.
It's the one he made on Kua out of spare parts that Malik stole from stores.
Just remember, if you blow it up, you can't use it for parts.
Well, you can only use those parts. You can't use those parts for parts.
Right.
Just don't blow up the whole ship.
We need fuel.
I was about to say, and there are probably all of that and then some in this bay, right? Like, there are going to be extra parts in the mechanics section. Like, you could scavenge what they have left behind, or you could take their ship. There's a few options here.
Yeah.
Who was on board with taking the ship? Can we just go with the obvious plan that let the assassin take care of the people inside the ship that we don't know how many there are?
As much as I know how my sister operates, I have to agree with the captain here. She's the most qualified, and as of right now, she's part of the same organization we're a part of. And we don't have time to take care of this as well as take care of whatever's inside that temple.
Whatever you say.
Just, if it makes you feel better, you can wait right here.
Don't talk.
Okay.
You can go with her if you want.
I'll be back.
It's your call. Captain.
I start walking off towards the temple because we don't have time for this.
She begins her stride once again the opposite direction, and this time without hesitation goes in the front door. Anybody that does stay behind may hear the sound of combat. A few pistols like go off. I'm gonna make some rolls for her. Let's say she probably starts here. Oh, a failure on her part.
How does she fail?
That was a stupid dice pool too.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's all right. She's gonna go into another. Okay, that one was a success. And then at the end, okay. They're going to then attack her because that's what they do. That's probably why she failed the first one. Oh, bad for her. So bad for Sabina. Okay,
no.
so she failed the first one, so she takes the full amount of damage. Wrong person. She takes a full amount of damage. And then the second one is negated altogether. And then the third one is a critical success, which super sucks for her. There's a lot of commotion in the vessel, and eventually the shooting and the sound of napping, which is the sound of skin on skin. It's called napping, for the record, if anybody doesn't know.
I thought you were trying to make the sound of
Nope,
death,
a
but
nap,
like make it
the
adorable.
sound of
Yeah, I
skin
thought
on
that was
skin.
sweet.
The sound that a fist makes when it hits a
The
face.
sound of
is called a
sleeping
nap.
forever.
Basically. And she comes like out holding her side. You can tell she's injured. She's already put the gun away, and she has one knife left, like a Durablade left in her left hand. And she comes out and she says, "See, I told you I'd kill them." And there were 3 for the record, Malik. 3.
Alia runs over. I don't know if I can do anything. I don't have any.
You run over to your sister. You can see she's been shot with a carbine and stabbed once. Lamara also joins you.
Malik absolutely has Lamara's hand in that very like aggressive manner of "don't go over there." Like he's holding her hand.
Her.
You don't have to help her.
Malik, I am a medical professional.
And she's the one that stabbed you to death.
You don't know that. It could
I
have
know
been
that
another
for a
version
fact.
of her. Ooh. Roll a manipulation because you're trying to convince her of something.
Okay. Where is that ability? There we go.
Manipulation against the empath. GG.
Okay.
Manipulation's
pretty
my
good.
second highest stat.
Oh, and she failed. She goes, but Malik, what if she dies?
Then there's a dozen more of her.
It's you.
And he said all of this at audible level. Even Alia can hear this.
Malik, please. And you just hear Alia like, I know what they have said and what this might be, but it doesn't change the fact that she's still my sister and she's dying in front of me.
He looks at you with like, there is a cold that you have never seen. And he lets go of Lamara's hand and allows her to walk forward. And he looks at you and says, I lost her once. I forgave him. I will not forgive you.
I understand.
And he puts his pistol away.
Lamara quickly runs over and like checks her belt. She checks her belt for something. She goes, well, the good news is it was pretty clean. The knife wound. And she pulls some like patches of what look like they kind of look like circular band-aids, except they're clear. They're like fake skin. and she peels back the like leather piece that she's wearing, and she slaps it onto the skin, and it singes it closed. She just went on the front and back, and each time she screams out in pain as these burn and close off the bleeding. She will keep a certain amount of trauma from this, Amira, but Lamara feels better, and she says, "That's all I can do for you right now. So, you know, maybe not kill me next time. Don't please don't do that." Amira kind of looks at her and she goes, "Look, kid, it wasn't personal. You had what I needed, and were in the way." Because well, I'll make sure not to be in the way anymore. Just
At this point, Alia turns to Samina and goes, "I don't know what you are. I don't know how all this came to be. But know this. What I did today is whatever lingering feelings I have had for us and our relationships that I still grasp to. But to me," and she turns to the rest of them and she kind of gets really close, "they are my family. And I promise you, if anything were to happen to them, and it's because of you, I will not get in their way."
oh, sister, you still think we're not on the same side. But do not fret. I have no plans to harm your friends. And she kind of stands up. Lamara helps her up. And she goes, "Well, I guess we should start running again."
Yeah, Tal already went to the
Y'all
thing.
look, Tal's
Like,
gone.
yeah. Tal's been gone since Samina went in. So
Tamir, did you follow her?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, y'all turn
She's not
around.
going on her own.
Yeah.
And when she says we should start running again, she tears ass running behind the two of them. And I bet the camera cuts forward to catch the two of you. I'm gonna need some tracking here. Somebody's got to figure out where these guys have gone. Oh yes, corruption bar number 1.
No.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you. Malik would have followed after Samina.
Great, yeah. Lamar was fast after her. Samina does not even seem to be phased by the injury, or at least she's not letting it show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I think Alia's like falling close behind Malik and then kind of turns to him and under her breath just says, "Thank you." And then kind of just doesn't really expect an answer.
There's like the barest of nod. Like it could be him running. Like it's so slight. And he doesn't say anything. It just continues forward.
But before you, it did take a few minutes. Tamir and Tao have gotten a head start. What I need to know... Oh, no, I closed Roll20. What I need to know is, can you figure out which way these guys went? How would you like to try to track them?
I mean, this is a very dirty, dusty place. With my eyes.
With my eyes. So a perception to start,
Yeah,
if you
like
would
an
like to just
observation.
use your eyes like an observation, yeah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, observation's fine. I would also take infiltration if you have it.
No.
Okay.
Ooh, 1.
Or survival. This is also a great survival check roll.
No survival, no infiltration. We're just observing.
We are the
You look
worst
around.
people to go in somewhere alone.
Yeah.
We are not infiltrator.
Tal-
we are a
Tal's-
pilot and a scientist. She can punch.
Shoot.
I can also shoot.
She could shoot. He can grapple.
Okay, well.
Yeah, a big
you-
6'8" woman is totally great for stealth, by the way. Just saying.
The first thing that you note is this
It's
entire
fine. You're
temple
well behind
is
us.
made in a cylinder. It's like round, and the loading dock was kind of at the front, the way you might put a CD into a drive. Almost, it's like a slat in the building, and as you run in, the hallways arch right and left, and you can see there are bodies here all over the place. People were gunned down trying to get into the loading docks. At a limited success, you don't pick up on much more than that. There are civilians, soldiers alike. Bags have spilled open. Yes.
Can I loot the bodies? Can I? Tamir doesn't have weapons. He has a knife. So if there's a gun, I would like.
Yeah,
to
you almost
acquire a
trip over it
gun.
as you come out. The way that when the doors open up to the loading dock, you can tell they were locked from the inside. You as a tech person would know as you like opened the doors, it was locked from the inside, which means all of these people's soldiers alike were kind of bottlenecked to this point, and then they were gunned down in this single area. There's a large building of bodies, and as the doors slide open, one of the soldiers that had fallen kind of tumbles in. His limp body tumbles in, and in his hands is in fact a Vulcan pistol, which you would be able to pick up if you would like.
Okay, thank you.
When we were back in the bunker, I made sure to look at, take a really good look at the map that we got, and tried to like at least get an idea of the areas that it probably would be. I don't know if the like labs were or different areas were labeled or anything like that.
So
I would have tried to do that. So I'd probably use that in addition to what I'm seeing, like where the shots seem to be coming from. That's probably the direction we want to go.
So the blueprint you got basically showed you that this sits about 15 floors up. This is about 20 high. The upper floors are going to be temples, meeting rooms, where the kind of convening room, or I don't hate to call it a stage, but that's the best word I have for it, would be where they would gather to change over who's in charge of the order, really formalized places. Below it, you're going to get you'll start to get things like living quarters for people that actually physically lived inside of the temple, mostly for people that cared for this place, right? You would get eating establishments, minimal ones, but eating establishments nonetheless. And then they would have a variety of other things from like storage rooms to, you know, kind of the works, lobby downstairs because you would want to be greeted. There would be a bathhouse in this temple, a place to actually cleanse yourself before you moved up the floors to the temple at the top. You kind of get the that's kind of the rough idea that you got. So really important places are up. The loading dock kind of breaks that in half, and everything below seems to be more functional for the general public.
So we probably still want to go up.
Well, you did roll a 1. Both of you rolled a limited success. So as the bodies like dump open in this door and you can hear Samina fighting behind you, you're able to look around and see that, let's see, a limited success. Yes. One of the bodies that, this pile of bodies that had spilled a lot of blood, there are shoe prints where they clearly kind of stepped in and over them and smeared it in one direction, and the direction is the left.
So we go left, and I have my Vulcan pistol ready to run into anybody, but also looking for more signs, especially because if someone stepped in a bloody footprint, then I will hopefully see that footprint again somewhere.
Yeah, and it kind of trails off, you know, once the blood wears off and the stickiness is gone, but it leads you directly to the only thing really on this floor is an elevator. There's like a small office, more than likely where the loading dock, like head of the loading dock may hold counsel themselves, but this leads to a elevator in kind of the central piece of this tower. And you can see that it currently is not on floor 15. It is on floor 14, almost to the top. And it's stopped there. You're going to have to call it down.
It's on floor 14.
Are there stairs?
There are stairs, always.
Let us take the stairs. And before they even maybe start taking off, Tamir's gonna take his like foot and just make a big arrow in the blood spill.
Nice.
So it's easy for the
like
rest
towards
to
the
follow
staircase, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Off the two of you go up 3 flights of stairs. Not that much. If you had to run more than that, I might actually make you make a check for that, but 3 floors isn't too bad. You're still gonna have to catch your breath as you get to the top, and as you've
been working out for a whole ass year.
That's true, you have, which is why I was like, you know what, if you hadn't maybe, but you know, if you were running like 6, 7, 8 floors, I might make you make a
don't you remember the spicy engine room scene?
Yeah,
the Al Assad boys are ripped. Both of them.
I'm moving this story forward.
It's like a steamy romance novel from the 80s. Just
no,
big
no,
wrench.
no. Everybody's checking their watches and playing volleyball.
I'm still waiting
Yeah,
for
no.
that art to come out.
So as you two kind of creak the door open, which is it is a like a manual door because it's to the stairs. This opens up into another hallway, but the sign near the oh yes.
Before we go, I turn to Tamir and I say, hey, is there any way you can make it so this elevator no longer works?
Yeah.
Oof.
Get them stuck on that floor.
Yeah. Hang on. And Tamir will pop open the mechanical panel, and there's usually just a button.
Yeah, that you just like kind of they would be able to turn the stop button back on unless you sabotaged it in some way. So if you want to just sabotage it so they can't gain control again, I would need it.
Oh yeah, great. Let's do that. I'll roll it.
Tech roll.
Tech roll.
Critical success. Yeah, you watch him like, duh. You jimmy it open, it pops off. Yeah, basically. You see the stop button, and the best way to assure a button doesn't get pressed, again, is to just remove the button. And you watch as he reaches in and just like removes the entire piece of the on-off button from it and pockets it. There is no way that this elevator will turn on again unless they replace the button.
Perfect. They can't take the elevator down past us.
Works.
Good call.
The sign here, right, points an arrow up or like shows floor 14 is the temple. This floor says conference room, right? And ballroom. And one leads right, and of course one leads left, like back around the circular hallway. The shoe prints, from what you can tell, are not there anymore. Where they got off, you do not know. Or which room they went into, you do not know.
I say extremely quietly, just in a whisper. I'm not going to whisper now, but I say it in the quietest whisper to make sure that if there is someone paying attention out, like as a lookout, they don't hear us.
Yeah.
I say to Tamir, do you think we should wait for them or?
I don't think we have time.
Well, if we wait for them to come out, we can trap them and surprise them.
They may have already destroyed what we're looking for. They don't need to take it anywhere. They just need to destroy the information that is on it.
Fair. We also need to find out who they are.
This is your call, Captain. What do you say I will do?
Tal just stands there for a moment, looking very shrewd, looking all around to see if what resources she has nearby. I'm assuming it's pretty standard conference room stuff on one side, and
here in the hallway,
yeah.
It's like some vases. There's some really beautiful like pictographs and things that have been put into the walls, like painted onto the metal. But the rooms themselves, it's like the conference room and the ballroom. You'll have to like go in the doors. You're not in either of them yet. One goes each way around the circle. But in this area, there's not a whole lot.
Open?
If you peer around the side, you can check and see. That one you would want to make a stealth check for, though. Or an infiltration check, I believe. I would also just take a straight agility check to remain quiet.
Yeah. Don't have infiltration. I have dexterity, though.
Okay. I'll let you make a dex check. Okay, yeah.
Just
because that still uses agility. Yeah, that still uses agility. Why not?
Okay.
Critical success. Tal, like eyeballs, like peeks around this circular corner. You look towards the conference room, and you do not. You see that the door is closed. It doesn't look like there's any activity necessarily from the inside of that one. You come back, you pass Tamir, you go around the opposite side, and you kind of creep around the edge. And as you do, you see that the door to the ballroom stands open. It is cracked. There's movement inside, though you don't hear or see anyone.
Okay. I sneak back to Tamir and I say they're in the ballroom. Once again, as quiet as I possibly can.
Yeah.
They're in the ballroom. There's obviously multiple people there. I don't.
Up to the vents. Listen in.
What do I do? Just jump down and start shooting if they're about to break something?
Yes. I can be here by the door. Wait for a signal.
All right. I hope the others come quick. All right. I will attempt to what?
Wait. What if can your state of mind, your trance? What if we do that instead? What can you possibly see? Maybe it lets us know how many are in there or what not to do. I will help you.
Yeah, we could try that. I like that more than being alone in a room with a bunch of people that probably are armed. Okay, yeah.
Conference room? We know that was empty.
Yeah.
Or at least the door was closed.
The door is closed. That doesn't mean it's empty. Maybe here.
Okay.
That's here. So are there still stairs going up a little bit more?
Yeah, there's basically the stairs are in like kind of a small hallway, I guess you could say, that comes out right in front of the elevator. Yeah.
But are there stairs that continue upwards?
Yes.
Okay.
That continue upward one more floor.
Okay. So we're gonna go up at least a few stairs. So we're not immediately in the view of the door if they come out while we're still in a trance. Going to sit down just in case. Pull Tamir to sit down with me and just grab his hand and say, okay, let's breathing just like we were taught.
Mm-hmm. You got this.
And going to try to mind walk into one of the minds in the room, in the ballroom.
Okay.
See if we can see what they see.
Okay. Let's make a mystic ability check. One of you will get a bonus for working with the other.
What's your mystic at? I think yours is high. Is yours higher?
I have a total of 5 die.
I have 6.
It's all you, Tamir.
And then we get a +1 for the other to help.
Correct.
So that's a 7. Okay. Okay. 1.
1. One's all that you need as the two of you connect here in the hallway. I'm actually going to, I was going to try to show you a map. But as you do, things kind of blur out for a second. This is a limited success, but well, I won't tell you that. Your vision comes to inside of the ballroom through a mask. It's like you're looking through like a dark shield over most of the mask and you can hear breathing. Because you've looked through this mask before and you know the face on the other side of it, you've seen it in the glass of this very mask. You're brought back to what's her face with the helmet?
Oh, is it
What was her name?
Kasha?
Kasha.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Kasha makes
Saw this
herself
coming.
known. Kasha makes herself known. I say that to some degree, and you can see she's like pointing. You can't quite, with the limited success, make out what she says, but you do get the idea that something that they are working on something. And as the men kind of part, you can see this. Actually, no, you see them searching around. They're searching the room. There's like beeping and stuff, but they can't quite ping they can't find what they're looking for. The ballroom was set up for some kind of large event. You can see there are like tables. There's a small stage at the back. But it doesn't seem that they have managed to locate yet the whatever it is that they are seeking. There is 6 of them, including Kasha.
Okay. So they must not know what it is. They just know it's here.
Or they haven't found it yet.
So we need to find it first. Here, hang on a sec. Tamir's gonna go ahead and communicate with Malik's tablet through his internal communication.
Okay.
Malik,
Are you trying to communicate to like
No.
Malik's like
Malik.
headset, or are you just typing text? Like, is it speech to text on his tablet?
No. He's like trying to like yeah, whatever his communication device is.
Okay, cool.
Whatever the comms device.
Yeah. Yes.
We are on the 14th floor. There are 6 people. I would assume heavily armed. They are looking for what we're looking for. They have not found it yet.
Do you see the probe?
No.
Are they on the same floor as you?
Yes.
You said you're on the 14th floor?
Yes.
He pulls up the map he had.
That's actually wrong. There, what did I say? 20 floors.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Y'all went
I thought you said,
up.
Did you say 40?
They're on the 15th floor. There are 20 floors or 5 floors up. So you're actually on the 19th floor. That was my mistake, if that's what I said.
Cool.
No worries. Yes.
Um,
The floor that we're on is what I tell.
Is what you say. Yep.
Is there a you said it was an elevator, right, Dot? So there's a unique feature on all
Basically,
the floors,
what
right?
happens is you get pinged by your brother as all of you are standing in front of the elevator that would be on the floor of the loading bay.
Mhm.
It has big red letters that come across the HUD screen up top that says error. And you can see, all of you see in the ground, this bloody arrow pointing the direction of the staircase or the stairwell. And then your brother pinged you.
Mm-hmm. Now, so there's an elevator, right? So there's a unique feature on all the floors. I just want to confirm that.
Correct. There is a elevator that goes to every floor.
He pulls up the schematics of that he has, like the old school schematics. Okay, if you're on floor 19, direct me from the elevator where you see these people.
They are to the right. The ballroom.
So he's gonna look on the map. Is it easy to figure out where the ballroom would be on this map, Dot?
If he told you which floor,
Yeah, 19 and to the right of the elevator.
probably. Basically, the 2 rooms are kind of set up the same.
Okay.
Can y'all see what I brought you to on Roll20?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Oh, look
Okay.
at this.
Oops. Look at that. So you can see basically downstairs, right, of the loading bay. Y'all are standing. This is the elevator here in the middle.
Yep.
Y'all are standing right in front of it, 4 floors down from them.
Great.
And there's like a small, which I don't have on here. There's like a small tunnel that leads from the elevator out into like the open area. But basically, y'all are staring at the elevator and the stairs on the 4 floors down from them. You would be here, 4 floors down. This is the room where the activity's happening.
Cool. continues talking to Tamir. Okay, I have a plan. Can you see the probe?
No confirmation.
Okay,
We don't even
Okay.
know if it is on this floor.
great.
There's 6 people here, and they are armed.
Okay, I have a terrible idea. Sit tight. He looks over. He looks over to Alia and Lamar and says, "Okay, 19th floor. I'll catch up with you." And he also starts like heading up the stairs, but Malik is gonna get off at the 18th floor.
Okay. Love it. They head up and meet you, Tamir, Al, Lamara, Alia, and then who else is with us? It's just Samina.
Samina, yeah.
So they all basically meet you, but there is no Malik.
Where's Malik? KP, you're muted.
I like how quiet Tamir is. I don't know. No idea.
Oh, he took a detour. Said to meet you here. It would be. He took off on his own. I had no option to stop him.
Okay.
I think he got off on the 18th floor.
Tamir, what's your brother doing?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
He's really good at that.
Yeah, we probably.
So what are we supposed to just wait until something happens?
Yes. Well, no. We have Samina and Alia.
Do what? What?
If they're looking around in there, it's probably in there. We're close enough. Either way, we're going to encounter them. We need to take them out now.
What if it's not in there?
Then we take them out and can freely walk and roam wherever we want.
The best I can do is incapacitate them and perhaps act as a distraction. I don't know what more I can do in the situation.
And we don't have to kill them. We just need them out of our way.
They're going to be trying to kill us. You realize this, right?
We could cause a distraction.
How many people are in there again? Did we see?
6 total.
Okay.
Including a friend that we've seen before named Kasha, who has somehow survived quite a lot.
I don't like her very much.
Yeah, she's not great.
I thought she died.
Yeah, me too. Apparently not.
You know, we seem to be very loose about that term friend.
Did I say friend?
Yes. I seem like we have a lot of those friends that trying to kill us moments.
I definitely didn't mean to say friend.
No,
someone that we encountered before.
She's just being sarcastic. Like, she's just like...
Anyways.
So many people in their lives trying to kill them.
There's no way at all to find it. Gosh.
We do have the bomb.
There's a bomb?
Malik has the bomb.
Oh.
There's a bomb?
Give it to Malik.
Well, now I know what he's doing. Okay.
So we cause a distraction and let him do what he's going to do.
What if he blows up the actual thing that we're supposed to find?
He's the only one of us that knows how to locate it. Hang on. Malik.
Little busy.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, do you know where the probe is?
My hands are kind of full. Can I let you know in a second?
Okay. Are we just waiting for your signal, or like what do you want us to do?
Yeah, you'll see it.
I don't like the sound of that.
The machine help us tonight.
Malik, you head to the floor down. It is the 18th floor. Very similar in layout. You get off the elevator. There's this kind of small tunnel that leads you back into kind of a main lobby.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is the only sign you see when you get off is it says public baths.
Love that.
You can smell or feel the moisture in the air. The saunas may still even be running.
Okay.
There is no wall here between these. It's one entire room as you enter. There are two very large pools on either side, big ones, a couple small like hot baths in and around, tables where they may do some kind of physical alleviation of people. You can see there's a lot of herbs and oils and things of that nature. That's all I'm going to say to that. You can tell based on the quality of this place, this is meant for the upper echelons. This really isn't a public bathhouse. It's probably a private bathhouse for those that are the best of the best. The ballroom is directly above one of the pools.
How so this is a bathhouse. How deep are the pools? Right? I assume they're only like a couple feet deep.
The two large ones are way no, those are like swimming pools. They're much deeper. They have deep ends to them. It's they do all kinds of like therapy here, right? Healing here. So they may take people down in tanks. You have no idea what happens here, but the two pools are very, very deep, and then these like smaller pools around. And this whole place is it's not tiled. It's made to look almost like an outdoor. Right, like the whole thing is fake. All the plants, the atmosphere, you can see that the glass walls that definitely, if you broke through, would drop you inside of the city, show like a totally different locale, beautiful jungles. You can hear fake birds and things of that nature.
Okay. So there's are the tables affixed to anything?
There are very few. You mean like the white ones?
Yeah,
like the ones that people would like. Yeah, they're like massage tables. They basically look like massage tables.
Cool. Malik is gonna pull one over towards like the closest he can get to the center of the room that's not in the water, and then he's gonna get on it, and he's going to use whatever he has on him, bubblegum, hope, dreams, and he's going to try to secure the bomb to the ceiling.
The ceilings are very, very high.
Okay.
You were gonna have to throw it.
Great. Yeah, that's cool. Can I, since this is an explosive device, can I roll ranged combat to throw it?
Oh yeah, it would have to be ranged combat, and I'll let you set a timer for it.
Great.
Basically, you're lobbing it to like stick it to something. What are you using? I'm guessing you're gonna makeshift something.
Yeah, you know what, Dot? I'll give you a darkness point. I will use the Faceless One's talent. I have something, whatever you want to call it. So the Faceless One's talent allows me to do bullshit, which it allows me to make something kind of appear cosmetically that can assist in this.
That you need. So you go through your pack as somebody that often carries stuff needed for explosives. Some kind of putty or tack is not unheard of for you to have on you, and so you kind of mold it up really quick using the heat of your hands and stick it onto the back of this this explosive.
Yes.
And you're gonna need to lob it at the ceiling. Are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Great. We're gonna cut the camera upstairs.
Actually, how high is the ceiling?
You're looking at about 18 feet. 20 feet.
That's a good fall down.
So I'm like, if a table's like 4 feet high and I'm, I don't know, 6 feet, that's 10.
You've got
so I gotta go
somewhere
8.
between 8 to 10 feet between you and the ceiling still.
So the reason I ask is Malik has he has an item that he's been carrying on him since he left XR, which is the spear that was basically what saved his life there. He has that as a weapon. It's a scrap spear. I don't think a spear is 8 feet long, but I don't know. I've never used a spear before. Could he like stick it to the end of the spear and like stick it to the ceiling?
Like try to stick it. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the difference. You can either use ranged combat to
Yep.
throw it,
Yep.
or you're going to have to use a dexterity agility to try to stick it with the spear.
I will do a ranged combat.
Great. Okay. Because basically what you're going to be doing, because even then it's going to be just the tip, basically. You're going to be standing on the edge of this thing trying to stick a bomb to the ceiling, and if it lands in the pool, it's no good.
Yeah.
Okay. The camera cuts upstairs. The line for your brother goes silent. Samina goes, well, what are we going to do?
Prepare your arms. I don't know what he's going to do.
She pulls 2 knives, ready.
You brought knives to a gunfight?
I have guns too. She shows you like 4 strapped to her legs.
This is why we brought her.
Agreed.
You know, the weird one's idea of potentially starting a distraction is not a bad idea. If it is, in fact, in that room, and the bomb goes off, we may lose it.
Yeah, what is he doing? Did he say?
No, he said, I'm busy.
Oh, fucking great. That helps us none at all. So I'm going to build a... Okay, we'll have to do a distraction. Lamara?
Yeah.
You are really good at getting people's attention.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah. Do you think that you could make them pay attention to you without wanting to shoot you?
I sure could try.
No, why would we do that? Why
I
would
have
we-
an idea. I'll be right back.
No,
And she
no, no,
goes
no,
around-
no. You tell me the idea, and then we we are not just running off and doing ideas.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna, will make myself known and cause a distraction.
How?
Oh, I was gonna go to the other room and make noise, thinking maybe they'd hear me through the wall, and then they'd come running out, and all of you could shoot them.
I like that idea.
She's saying
3 of
only
them.
Okay, so she runs into the conference room. You hear the door like slowly click behind, and there's a pause, a moment, a breath, and then you hear her say, actually, she comes over the comms.
Oh my god.
This is about to happen. Where is my...
No.
What's she singing?
This is Dr. Lumara speaking. Please bring out your dead. All the way to the conference room. Please bring out your dead. This is Dr. Lumara.
We are going to die.
You're
We're going to die. Deckhand?
I'm
Machine?
waiting
just
for them to
about-
come out so that I can shoot them.
There's a moment, if you peek around the corner, you did roll really, really well for this. You kind of go back around the corner and kind of peer at the door. And I imagine you're all kind of leaned up against this wall so you can't be seen as they come out this door.
Did you just Monty Python this?
I totally Monty Python the hell out of it. Just little macabre humor, never hurt anyone. And Tal, as you look around, you see that all of the shadows that were moving around stop. And there's like silence in the room for just a second. You can hear like muttering from people. And then the door swings open and 2 of the men step out, or 2 of these soldiers in black step out. They're wearing a similar helmet to Kasha, but it's not exactly Kasha's helmet. And they have their guns. Yeah.
I hold first
Okay.
because I don't want them to immediately start taking fire and then hole up in that room knowing somebody's coming after
Great.
them.
And I'm going to say, I mean, y'all have cover. They can't see you from that angle, but they are going to roll. They failed. They come out and you can see them both like look around. They look up and down and they turn around and you hear them say into the room, I don't see anything. There's nobody out here. You hear a cautious voice go, into the other room now. and the two of them go to round the corner. They're not like running. They don't even know that you're there, but they go to round the corner.
Can they
Just
be
two?
seen through the door?
They're on the hallway side.
Yeah.
They're like here and here. Everybody else, the other four, is still in the room. Y'all are kind of hidden against the elevator wall, or like inside of this alcove.
Yeah, let them come to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until they're out of direct line of sight to the door. Because if we can take them down when they round the corner, then they just left and they haven't come back yet.
And you hear their feet begin to kind of tread forward as they round the corner. If you're in the stairwell or in this alcove, they definitely don't see you. And in fact, they pass right by you.
As soon as one of them goes by. Oh wait, are we just staying silent? Is that what I didn't hear the last part? You were just staying.
No,
okay.
I would. Oh,
okay,
I was
'cause-
thinking that you and Samina would.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
knock him
Grapple.
out, like just
Great, I love that.
punch them. So like I think like at that moment, Samina and Alia take have a look and a nod, and as soon as they go out of the sight of the other room, like you just see like Alia using actually whichever would be the more successful method. Alia has never used her Doer Steel sword. You've never anybody. It's just been always on her side.
Yeah.
She's
You
never
want to use
used-
the sword?
But I want to. I would like to think that it is like it has a sharp side and a blunt side, and she uses the blunt side or the hilt to just whack them.
Make a melee combat attack. They are not going to get, except for their armor, they're not going to get any kind of defensive roll or anything like that. Samina will do the same.
Oh, I will give you a darkness point.
Great. Love it.
Okay. Reroll.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Don't.
Okay.
Hey, yes.
A limited success. They are wearing armor, so they basically absorb the majority of this attack from you. Their guns do not go off, but they are going to try to fight back. So they're going to make an attack against you. They can't, in close combat, they can't fire off the weapon, basically. So I'm going to need to know, are you wearing any armor?
I wear anonymous clothing. The thermostatic suit is my. I have anonymous clothing.
Fail.
Thermostatic.
So fail on Alia. The guy kind of turns around to get you and fails at doing so. He does not hit you. The other one, though, pulls a Dura knife and stabs it into your sister's back as she was kind of reaching to slice his throat. His helmet kept her from doing it.
If this is possible, could I use premonition in this combat? That's one of the other
to
things.
have seen this coming.
Just overall, just kind of predict their next few moves, and in that process, probably have seen this. I was gonna ask initially, anyways, but I didn't.
Roll the mystic ability first. Let's see if you're successful at the premonition at all.
Oh god damn!
Nope.
Darkness point.
Yeah.
Yay!
Racking up today.
Oh,
Hey, yes, there's this moment as they go to round the corner and it's almost slow motion. You see your sister go to move and it pans into a premonition where you see she stabs, it tings off his helmet. He jabs her in the shoulder. She goes down and all of this begins to play out.
I just yelled, jump back. Because I don't think I have enough time to react. Sorry.
Okay, so I'll give her a dexterity save, basically, or some kind of like check to see if she would anyways. What is her armor? Yeah. You cue her. So it is not basically a critical success anymore. He almost like slices her open, but he doesn't manage to stab her in the back. But he does get the hit off. She takes some more damage. You hear her like, ah, as she tries to keep her scream under control. And it goes back around. Does anybody else want to do anything? This happens kind of right in front of you, right in the middle of the hall, like out between the stairwell and the alcove to the elevator.
Can we see in the room?
Not unless you have put yourself in a way to see in the room.
Okay, but we can see what's going on in front of us. So I'm going to I'm going to try to shoot the guy that seems to be a little bit more successful.
The gun will make noise.
Shit. No, I'm not. I'm going to my other hand, I switch hands on the gun and I dip my one hand into my pocket and grab my brass knuckles.
Nice.
And I just run across the hallway and start throwing punches.
Make a melee combat attack. I believe the knuckles will give you more damage, but let's see if you make the hit.
Oh no.
What is with these rolls?
We are not a combat crew.
We are not. Gosh. Do I? All right, I'm giving you another dot at this point.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No go. He kind of dodges. You punch and he slings back, and there's kind of this almost like kind of quiet combat that's happening. The three of you now entangled. Tamir, do you want to do anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Tamir has a knife, and seeing that the scuffle is now all there, the one that slashed at Samina is distracted.
Yes.
He is gonna take his and just shove it somewhere, maybe.
Shake him. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make another melee combat attack.
No, I'm not giving you a dot at this
No.
point. No,
God damn.
No.
It tings again off of some kind of padded armor underneath all of this black wrap. These, you can tell that these, whoever these people are well trained. Samina will take another attack. With a single success. Yes, with a single success. Does that seem right? Yeah. Oh, it's why it's because it's based off of her strength, not her agility. She does manage to get another slice off on him, but it is not enough to do any kind of major damage. Alia?
Sorry, my wife was asking me something.
Oh, no worries.
My turn. I'm a knee one in the nuts.
Okay. Let's get a melee combat attack. Hey, nicely done.
I'm just like, sorry.
Yeah,
Right
you need this one, and he kind of goes
I
down.
feel like
And
it would be
drops
more
his
like
weapon.
accidental. Like I feel like she wanted to like kind of going in for a roundhouse kick, and instead like he kind of jumps forward and just right into his jewel.
Right into his jug, and he goes down in a like this guy does, making him he'll be easier to hit everyone, and he drops his weapon. He drops the Vulcan pistol. It kind of clatters off to the side. What about Tal and Tamir?
Can I kick the weapon further down the hallway and also punch him, or can I just do one or the other?
You get three action points. Kicking the weapon would be considered a minuscule action in this regard, so you can still make your attack.
Oh, how did I forget about that? Like, wait,
yeah,
so
I forgot too. Hold on, let's see.
So
what the
I believe in your
combat
handouts.
actions. Yeah.
Did I put that?
Yes, it's towards the bottom.
Combat actions. Yeah, there you go. So you can see the list. Remember, you get 3 action points. I believe a melee attack. A free action is no. I'm going to consider your kicking a free action, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Oh, if that's the case, then I would then, as he goes down, I would just use the butt of my sword and then just thwack him on the back of his head to, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah, go ahead and make another attack.
Okay. Oh, where did it go? No, where did it go? Hold up. And there it is. Melee. Hey, did it do it?
Yeah, you got a single success.
Okay.
And you gunk him on the head and he goes down. There's one still up, which I'm gonna guess is probably the one Tal's after. This one, he is not dead. He is passed out though.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack the guy who is still up, trying to knock him down. Come on. Oh, limited success.
A limited
Woo!
success. He's going to roll for his fail. So you do manage to get through his armor. How much damage does your knife do? You know, is it 2? Is it a Dura knife?
Brass knuckles.
Okay. So
do.
you get a hit off. You break through. You can now see that it's a woman underneath. You break through their like helmet and crack the glass. It shatters. And they take a pretty deep. I believe that's still 2 with the brass knuckles. It makes it 2. And they like as they kind of are knocked a little off guard. You get a second. It doesn't say anything about melee, but I'm gonna guess this is considered close combat, which means you get that was 1 or 2 action points. You have 1 more if there was something else you wanted to
do. Would them falling over prompt an attack of opportunity?
Sure.
Okay.
They stumble.
So, yeah, they stumble, and I'm going to just try to hit him again.
Okay.
See if I can actually knock her out. That is this one. Nope.
Not that time. They stumble and in doing so miss the second incoming punch. They still get an action, the one that is up. They are going to have to recuperate. So they spend attacking in close combat. There we go. That's what I was looking for. They're gonna get up off the ground. Which one? And they're gonna also try to make an attack, this time against you, Tal. A melee combat attack. With a critical success. How much armor are you wearing?
I have a protective jacket for 2 armor.
For 2 armor. So roll 2d6. No, what is your agility? How does that work? I can't remember. It's like you have to roll the armor.
You roll a d6 per point of armor, and if you get a 6, it negates 1 damage per 6.
1 damage. That's right. So roll 2d6s.
I got a 6.
You got 1. So it negates. Nicely done. It does negate 2 of the Dura knife damage. So really, they don't even get a stab. They just kind of make that like swing, and it slices across your jacket, catching the majority of the damage. But you can see it does slice your neck just a little bit, like a kind of across your collarbone, as it splits open and begins to bleed. So you will take 1 point of trauma.
Okay.
Samir is seeing that for his turn is just gonna like grab, like plant like his hand firmly on this dude's armor and just stab into the
him.
chest.
Make a melee combat attack.
I'll give you that Donna's point.
Oh,
Yo, these rolls tonight. That's a single success. They just have to roll for their armor, just like Tal's, just 2. They did get the 1. And it doesn't, you stab, you do manage to get in, but you see, you stab into one of the padded pieces on their shoulder. And as it comes out, you're not even sure if it made it all the way in. There's no blood on the end of your knife, but you have successfully stabbed. That is a 2 point. Is there a single point activity you want to make?
What would like a grapple be considered a single point?
Let's see, getting in, taking a quick shot, picking up an item, drawing a weapon, getting off the ground, hitting the ground, taking cover, sprinting a short distance. I would consider a grapple. Sure. It doesn't really say.
Maybe not so
I
much
would
a
say
grapple, but like I think he just wants to put himself in between Tal
that's
and
easy.
the dude and just
Easy.
hold on.
Yeah, so you kind of almost like push Tal back out of the way and step between them to keep your distance. Samina is going to make her attack. Again, please. A single success. Got to roll against this guy's armor. Fail. So he takes both points of damage, and you see this time she gets him really good across the gut. And it's kind of slices open the clothing, and you can see she's hit like skin, flesh, as it begins to bleed, and he kind of barrels over. She looks to Alia and to Tal and to all of you, and over her shoulder she says, "Quick, put their bodies in the elevator."
Yep. Don't have to tell me twice.
And you can see he's like panicked now. He doesn't get he's not on his turn yet, but it looks as if he may scream if we don't get him down this round. That was Samina. And now makes it Alia's turn.
Oh boy. So there's one guy remaining and he's still...
very injured though.
Okay.
But he's about to scream.
I punch him in the face.
You want to punch him right in the face hole? Make a melee combat attack.
Or no, actually
you could try to grapple him, which would be a force check.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do grapple, and I basically will try to like cover his mouth up.
Cover his mouth? Yeah, let's see what your successes are.
Come on. God!
Oh my gosh!
Come on! I'm gonna give you that point.
Okay.
Come on. What is today, man? Okay, here we go again.
We have made it this far. 4 seasons
can't
and
beat him down.
Kill a single person without Doubt's help.
Hey, it doesn't have to be with my help. Just wait. Things are not done yet. Things are not over yet.
Where's the boom?
You try to grab him. He moves very dexterously. Actually, you know what? It is a failure, but I'm gonna see if he actually moves as dexterously as I say. Yeah, he kind of dodges and weaves, and as you try to get your hands on him, he moves with such agility, even with the injuries, that kind of like a snake in a certain way, confirming that they are well trained and they fight in a style you may not have seen before.
You styles we haven't seen before.
Right, that is 2 action points. You still have 1.
Oh, okay. Wait, what was the first one?
Your grapple attempt was 2 points.
Oh, that went straight to 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I punch him.
Okay, you want to try to take another punch?
Yeah, because I didn't do the punch. I just did the grapple to try and cover him up, but that didn't work. So
yeah, let's see if you can get a punch in.
Oh, come on. Hey! There it is.
Fail. Takes all of the physical blunt force right to the gut on this wound already.
Oh no, I was going to do it right to his face to kind of like the entire purpose of Alia at this point is to just knock them unconscious.
You're going to bare fist hit through his helmet, basically.
Oh yeah, that's what
right, because she's wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
it's broken though, so you can touch your hand on glass while you're at it.
That's fine. Alia's a big girl.
Alia punches straight through glass. It cuts your hand open as you feel your fist meet her nose. And there's a small crunch sound as her body goes limp and falls to the ground. And Alia, you kind of pull your hand out, slicing it open even more. But her body does go limp.
Ow.
You can hear a rip as Tal had ripped part of the back of Tamir's shirt because she was about to stuff it in their mouth. And instead of doing that, she hands it to you. Here.
Thank you. And then you just see her take the shards of glass or plastic or whatever it is out of her hand and just wrap it up. It'd be fine.
And then I start trying to bring the bodies to the elevator.
Oh, yeah, the bodies are going in the elevator. Also, can we loot them? Do they have better guns?
They both had Dura knives and some kind of Vulcan type pistol. It's pretty standard. They don't seem to be very bulky soldiers, right? They're not wearing a lot of armor. They're lean, mean fighting machines.
Would their armor fit on any of us?
Yes. Everybody but Alia. Alia's a smidge too tall. Sorry, Alia.
Don't worry.
I think then as soon as one of them, Tamir is helping pull them in, is just starting to take it off. And then as soon as Tal comes in, put this on.
Great.
She puts on a helmet.
Yeah, helmet. Y'all, you rewrap. You can tell they've got a lot of wrappings and things. You kind of try to rewrap yourself, scarf, belt, whatever kind of tunic style shirt they were wearing. And you dump. I wouldn't say they're naked. They're down to, whatever skivvies they had underneath, and you toss their limp bodies. Lamar comes around the corner and she goes, "Did it work?"
Yeah.
Oh,
there's more.
We still have
Should I do
One
it
more.
again? Okay. And she kind of covers her mouth, sees that you're both now wearing it. There's a broken helmet, a non-broken helmet. And there is almost a silence as the bomb goes off underneath the floor of the other room. I believe there's actually roll mechanics for an explosion.
There are. I've completely forgot. I remembered them like back in season 1 because that's what I was doing. was being a bomb
Explosions, page
specialist.
98 and 125. Y'all don't let me forget.
Now I don't remember.
125.
Make it go
So
burr, Mike.
there
you go burr.
are explosions. There's rules for those, but we made up this bomb, so it doesn't actually have stats.
Right, but I can base it off something.
Yes.
I need to figure out. It's gonna be weird. Give me just a second. I want to say 98 explosions. Let's see shrapnel below. Tell me, what is this bomb made of?
It was basically like a C4 type
Oh.
bomb.
So no
'Cause
shrapnel.
we were yeah, it's not meant for shrapnel. It was meant to what were we using it for? We were going to try to blast into we were trying to break down a wall. We needed a large distraction and an entrance. We were in Kuma.
It's an IED.
Improvised
Dot.
IED, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you consider this a powerful explosive, or would you consider this a short-range explosive, like a contained one?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we rolled a buttload of rolls to get all the parts for it, so I would assume it's not contained. It's definitely like it's an IED. It's designed to cause as much destruction as possible. It doesn't produce shrapnel, but like it would blow out a wall. It'll blow up a
It
floor.
makes projectiles. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The explosive goes off. There's a rattling. The floor like shakes underneath you. One more explosion. Okay. Nope. Great. The door to the ballroom blows outward off the hinges. It smashes into the side of the stairwell, like here-ish. Everybody not in cover is going to get to make an agility check. You're going to need to make a dexterity agility save.
What does it mean? What do you mean by not in cover? Like,
If you are in the hallway, which is where you were fighting, basically everybody. If you are no longer here or here, nobody's in the stairwell. You're going to need to make a. Is everybody in the elevator?
I don't think so.
I don't think whoever.
We were dragging bodies and taking the armor.
So you close the elevator back up.
I mean, technically, Dot, if the explosion was set in the middle of the room, the walls would protect them, right?
Depends on how bad the explosion is.
That's true. You got me there.
And what's flying is a door. It's the explosion of shrapnel and things flying from outside the room. So the door blows off the hinges and blows this direction. I need to know if anybody's in the hallway.
I think Alia would be at this point in the hallway.
Okay, so I need a dexterity agility roll. Samina is also going to make a dexterity agility roll.
Yeah, if we had the time to get back into the stairwell, we probably would have tried to, but we're probably all in the hallway at this point.
Ouch. Ali's a big girl. She's not a.
It's true.
She's not the most dexterous.
Our doctor, in fact, that everybody kind of dodges out of the way into the stairwell as this door comes flying off the hinges. Alia, this door smashes into you with rather great force, pins you down to the wall. You said, how much armor are you wearing? Are you wearing any?
The only thing I have, where do I double check that?
You don't. Your thermo suit is like it's like one of the suits from Dune.
Yeah, that's all. I have like the thermosuit and that's it. I have like an anonymous clothing.
Have armor?
I don't think it has.
I don't think so.
It just recycles
Okay.
your water. It's
Protect.
like
No, protective clothing 3. There it is.
okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you were going to take 3 damage as the door smashes you against the wall, but the thermosuit you wear under your robes absorbs the majority of that. I will need you to make a force check to lift the door off of you because you are currently pinned.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Easy. There's a moment as the dust settles when it comes to Alia's like under this metal door that's blown off the hinges. And, yeah. So you like lift this heavy door and toss it to the side.
You see like the veins like popping on her arms and just like, oh yeah. I kind of needed that moment. I'm happy with that.
Yes,
actually.
as you, your sister actually, Samina, runs over to you to check on you. She managed to dodge out of the way. So did Lamara, as well as the rest of your team. So nobody seems to be terribly injured. But as the dust settles down, you can see that the walls to that ballroom have, it's like, a can. If you explode it from the inside, it kind of like pops out. So the walls are, they're not concave, they're convex because they're coming towards you, convex outwards from the explosion on the inside. Smoke billows out. But we're going to cut downstairs because there are 4 more martyrs, including Kasha, that basically have to fall through the floor. They take the full brunt damage of the explosion. So
Kasha just can't
Fail.
get a break. With
Fail.
falling and explosions.
Fail. The explosion does excessive damage to all of them. They will each take 5 points of trauma as you watch the ceiling cave through. Now, Malik, how do you avoid being part of the debris that's falling from the ceiling, or do you?
I do, because you said, I'll allow you to set a timer. So he set a timer, tossed that fucker up there, and immediately ran out of there. He knows what bombs do. I don't need to be there to make sure it goes off. I trust Tamir. And he books it. So he's probably, depending on like the terrain, he's probably in the stairwell when it explodes.
Probably the safest place actually to be as it goes off. You hear it, no problem. As you're kind of, I'd say you're probably between floors. The explosion happens. If you were in the room, you watch as the 4 bodies, the floor, tables, chairs, anything that was in this room comes tumbling down and splashes into all of these pools. One of the, I'm going to give 2 of them a chance to, because not only are they taking the explosion, they have to take fall damage as well.
Since we're pushing that envelope, Dot, there's a lot of debris and floor, and they are falling into water.
Okay. One of them completely misses a pool, falls 20 feet, and basically goes splat. They stop moving altogether. The other 3 of them managed to catch pools of water. They fell 20 feet. I'm going to say they take a point of damage for each 10 feet they fall. I don't know if that's actually the rules, but that's what I'm calling. So they'll take another 2 points. The only one of them that survives is Kasha. But she floats face down in this pool of water. Debris around her. These beautiful springs now are mucked with dirt and dust and all kinds of strange things. We cut back upstairs. Malik, you are able to join the crew.
I think he bursts out of the door. And then...
Great. How do we find it now?
He said it wasn't in there.
Who said it wasn't in there?
I asked if it was in there.
I didn't say it was not in there.
I asked if you saw it in there. You said no.
Yeah, we weren't in there.
Well, I asked if you saw it in there. You said no. So I assumed you could see in there.
Would y'all like to go peering into the room?
Yes, please.
Yeah, whatever's left of it.
You crawl forward to a charred out area and the doorway. All of you, I imagine Scooby-Doo style, all 6 of you now peer your head around the corner, and you can see where the floor has given way. The only things that remain are the small bits of floor that hang tight to beams and such that are part of the main structure. The glass that stood on the far side is gone. It has been blown out. And smoke is billowing out of this empty space, kind of venting it, I guess you could say. You can smell the smoke of the burning city from outside, and now you can also see it. The only thing that's left in this room are the small chunks of floor. Actually, roll an observation. Everybody, as you're looking around, everybody roll an observation. A 5 critical fucking success. Holy shit. You're all looking around, and you look down and you can see their bodies like broken, sunk to the bottom, Katja's face down, floating in one of the pools. But Tamir, you watched them search this place for it, and they never found what they were looking for, but they seemed assured it was in this room. The only thing left in this room is a chandelier that hangs in the center of the ceiling. It's now broken, the crystals are gone, but right in the middle of the kind of tiered system of this this massive what once was beautiful chandelier is a basketball-sized probe. It has been kind of set on the inside of the chandelier that now hangs in the center of this room, 20 feet above, actually 40 feet above all of your heads. Do you say anything to the group?
No, not to the group. Aurora, do you see that?
Yeah, what is that?
I think it's a probe.
Oh. How are we gonna get it?
Is that another probe? With Gizmo?
Okay. My calculations say that that's roughly 20 feet across and 40 feet up if you count the floor below. If you don't, from this trajectory, someone's going to need to jump at an extreme rate to be able to even get to it.
Or we could just use we have a crawler. We could just crawl up the wall.
You're gonna get the crawler in here?
It goes off to the side. We go to the ceiling.
You would know you got to bring the crawler up 4 floors. It's not going to fit in the stairwell. And it's not going to fit in the elevator. So you'd have to go back outside, crawl up, which is not unheard of, but you're going to have to do some strange things.
Okay. Captain.
That being said, Aurora simply goes,
Well, we could just bring the chandelier down.
Oh yeah. I'm tired. Good call. Thank you, Aurora.
and as Tamir talks in his head to Aurora and tries to sort out how they're going to get the probe from the chandelier in the center of the room, hanging above the collapsed floor into the sauna below. We have to stop this week, and we'll be back next week for a plan to get the probe.
Hell frickin' yes. Way to end this episode with a bang. That being said, let's go around, do our outros, get the hell out of here so we can do our after show. And if you guys want access to the after show, it is available on Patreon, probably tomorrow morning. Link for the Patreon down below. While you're down there, join us over in the Discord. But for now, we'll start with Gnome. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
I'm Critical Assad, motherfucker.
Goddamn right you are.
A five.
A 5!
Ridiculous.
5! That's PogChamp right there. My name's Gnome. You can follow me on places. This is season 4. You know where to find me. We do stuff. We love you. Go become a patron. That's it. I'm good.
I don't want to rub it in, but I have to. Everyone this episode rolled a crit except for KP.
Sorry, KP.
Did
Did you have to rub it in?
Oh my God, you're so
Fucking
He
rude.
had some. KP took the roll 20 shit hand today. That's for sure.
Like,
Hey, listen. I will take my badass moment as punching through a goddamn helmet to knock someone out.
think-
So.
You did do that. You did.
Save it
I
for the
was
after
happy.
show. Go.
yeah,
Yeah.
KP, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, everyone. My name is KP. I go by KP Lemon Studios, and you can find me on Twitter, on IG, anywhere like that. And I do games like this. I take photos. I do a lot of fun things. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I get to play fun games with amazing people like this. Tomorrow, I have a game with Dot over here. We're fellow players at the table of Academic Foxhole or Trooper SJP, where we play City of Light and Shadow. Got it right this time. I got it right. I learned. And we punch Nazis for fun. So yeah. What better time can you have than punching Nazis on a Friday evening? So do come check us out there. And then on this channel again, I'll be back on Tuesday for a brand new show that we just started, just 2 episodes in. I'll let Mike talk more about that. It's his thing, but yeah, super excited about that too. Outside of that, I have currently nothing else going on. But yeah, anything else? Check me out on Twitter. I'm practically there 24/7. So there you go.
Sweet. We'll jump right over to Aris. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm Eris Savad, pronouns are she, her. I make stuff like jewelry and accessories. You know that already. You can go to erisavad.com and find all the things that I make. I have a store update tomorrow at noon Eastern time. And gosh, Gnome, I want it to be known that the narrative got away from us there for a moment and went into Tamir's head, but as he was talking to Aurora, Tal took her offhand and punched his brother because he deserved it. He could have said something so that at least she knew what to expect.
I asked.
To be fair, Tamir was talking to me the whole time and didn't relay any of the things I said to him to anyone else.
No, he didn't. He deserves a punch too. Anyways,
We could talk about that in the after show.
I want it to be known in the main show that while that was happening, Malik was getting his ass kicked by Tal. Thank you.
Well,
that's it. Dot.
Dot,
Oh,
who
is it
are
my
you?
turn?
Where can we find you and what are you up to?
I'm Little Red Dot, y'all. I'm all over the place rolling dice, telling stories. Find me over at Kobold Press or on my podcast, Ditch of Fate. And the rest of the time, I'm pretty much here. Doing that thing I do on Thursdays. And then, of course, over there with KP on Fridays. So lots of places to catch me. I've got some new campaigns coming up. So check out Kobold Press.
Hell freaking yes. That's it from us. We're going to do our after show. Like I said, if you guys want access to that, it's over on our Patreon, probably tomorrow. Go sign up. It's at the $5 tier. You won't regret it. You get all kinds of behind-the-scenes exclusives. For now, we'll see you in the Discord. Be a part of the community and a part of the conversation. And that's it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. So from all of us to you, bye-bye.
Bye.